There are easier things to run with for sure. It's not particularly lightweight, and it's pretty fat. Got a tripod on the bottom. The thing is just kind of massive. Pretty heavy. It's probably too heavy. Whew. Get tired. My right calf is tight. Too tight. Where's the storm? Woo. Kind of wiggly, actually. Try and run like this. Feels very awkward. It's like a selfie, but worse. I mean, that thing's got to be in the picture. This is tough. Hello. Trying to run while holding this gimbal could be easier. Woo. Let's try a little back-to-back test here. Going back down to my starting position to do a side-by-side this Hero 7. All right, now I've got the GoPro Fusion extendable monopod tripod with the Hero 7 Black on the end, filming this with my iPhone in the gimbal. Let's try it out. Trying to jog relatively smoothly, but I look like a weirdo.
Así están, es que Supreme es tan high que no tiene ningún rival. Todo pecho frío se cría en el río, teniendo lo suyo, enseñando lo mío. Ahí donde empiezan toditos los líos, porque se comparan con el Rey León. Cuando de off you on, yo no junto una canción. Tu Mercedes, yo tengo una parking en la colección. Pero no son capaces de nada, mantienen diciendo que lo que hay. Y si yo les digo se asustan.
So, one big perk of the GoPro stick that is not a gimbal. One big perk is that there's no batteries to charge in a stick. There's no heavy object to hold up. There's no kind of, wow, look at my hair. There's no kind of motorized device to fight. It's just a stick. So I'm not really worried about dropping it, getting it wet, any of that stuff, where with the gimbal, I am afraid of those things. I would not like to have that happen. So the gimbal does other stuff too, like a motion lapse, which I will show you now. And I'm curious to see how this works out, because I'm expecting the gimbal to perform better than the Hero on a stick by a large margin. I just expect it to smooth out all those little jitters that I do with my hands. And hopefully that's the case, because I would like it to be worth the purchase. That was my goal, was, hey, what if we do a gimbal and a Hero 7 Black for the ultimate buttery smoothness? But time will tell. Also, the gimbal has some controls that you can actually control the filming on your phone through a remote here on the gimbal itself. So record, take photo. This is a weird focus wheel. I don't know what that's for, realistically, because I've had to try and use these washers to flush out those little screws that come in here. I think the Hero 7 Black is a little bit too thin, so that existing screw that's supposed to go in there is so long, I had to back it out with 4 washers. Kind of goofy. Thank you everybody who made it this far through what ended up being a very long video. I was curious to see if the Hero 7 Black and the gimbal was the ultimate end-all be-all combo. It looks like it's definitely good, not the best you could ever hope for. There's obviously some really expensive Steadicams out there that do an incredible job, but it is a great combo. And what really surprised me was the fact that the iPhone in the gimbal did so well even when I was running. The gimbal on the little selfie stick was okay, but in my mind the phone footage actually turned out better. So I'm starting to think that the Hero 7 Black might be the run and gun combo you want if you're going to be near water or be rough on the camera or sweat a lot, which I would do when I was running. And otherwise, the gimbal with the iPhone is really a great combo between the controls in the app and on the actual gimbal itself. And the way the footage turned out, I think it's a great kind of setup there. So a lot of good options. I was curious to know, I don't know if anybody else out there was curious to know. There's probably only 2 people alive who will ever see this, but that's fine. It's okay with me. Glad you guys are here. Okay, see you all on the next one. It's pretty conspicuous to be walking around with all this stuff. Like, I'm not flying under the radar. At least a GoPro held in the hand is under the radar status. This is not that. This is extremely conspicuous. Looks like some kind of dinosaur tracking device. A handful of self-tappers here. Not those kind. That kind. Coming out again. That felt better, but I guess we're good for. This is not sketchy to film at all. That's gonna fall. Gotta pause the filming.